Okay, this question is a little three-dimensional question, which is, by the looks of things, going to be asking us to do some work on Pythagoras in 3 dimensions. If you look at the question, it says calculate the length of the space diagonal JP. So I've drawn in that wee line JP, and that's the length we have to find. And we have our cuboid that measures 5 by 3 by 4. You can see that basically we've got a triangle here, which is a right angle triangle, and we're going to work out the length of this line JP. But to be able to work out that line JP, we have to work out the line JL. So the first thing we'll do is imagine looking straight down onto the base of the cuboid, and you can see what we have here is this triangle, which is a right angle triangle. So we'll do a sketch of that. So we draw a little sketch of that right angle triangle, and this is J, this is K, and this is L. And you can see that JK is 5 and that KL is 3, and we are trying to work out the length of JL, which is this line on our diagram. So we're going to use Pythagoras theorem, and Pythagoras theorem states that JL squared is equal to 5 squared plus 3 squared. So JL squared works out to be 25 plus 9, and so JL squared works out to be 34, and so JL is the square root of 34. And because our question has the answer in the form of root n, you want to keep your JL in the form root 34. So now we're going to try and use this little triangle to find the length JP, and we will do that by drawing a little sketch of a right angle triangle, JLP, where that's J, this corner is L, and the other vertex P. And you can see then that that length PL is 4, and the other length JL we've just worked out in the previous part, and it's our root 34. And we want to find the length JP. So we're going to use Pythagoras theorem again. And we can see it's a 2-mark question, so there's only really one more short step to get to our answer, and this is our 2nd mark. JP squared is equal to the square of JL plus the square of PL. So it's the square of root 34 plus the square of 4. So 34 plus 4 squared. Now really the understanding behind that is if you square a square root, you get the answer 34. So JP squared is equal to the root 34 and the square will cancel each other out to just leave you with an answer of 34. So that root and that square sign will just cancel each other out to give 34 plus 16. So JP squared is equal to 34 plus 16, which is 50. And that's going to be the square root of 50 then, because we're finding JP, not just JP squared. And that's our answer.